Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again today for a new chat.
Yes.
We're singing.
We're happy. And you know what? We're faking because it's cold outside. It's so cold outside. From sunny California, it's cold.
For us, it's cold. For you, if you're in East Coast or
it's not cold
anywhere
at all.
Midwest, it's not cold at all. But for us, it's a bit breezy.
Yeah, I was looking back east this morning. There was a beautiful minus 13 degrees, and I'm like, I know. So
we're at the highs is here. It's 59 today, and I'm like, that's cold.
That's cold. We actually have snow on the mountaintops.
Yes.
And yesterday
it
in Campbell, I was on a call, and I was shocked because the girl goes, "Oh my God, it's hailing outside."
Yes, it's hailing. We didn't understand why, but it was hailing for a split second.
Yes.
But we're here, everyone, and we're Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. Before we start, gonna do our usual, right?
Yes.
Don't forget, hit that thumb icon to show you like our videos. Please consider subscribing to our channel if you want more chats like this, because we love doing it. We love your support.
Yes.
And hit the bell notification if you don't want to if you don't want to miss any of our videos.
Yes.
Okay. What are we drinking today, Gloria?
All right. Today we are drinking Tulsi, which is the holy basil tea. It's organic India tea. We really love this particular brand. Every time I see a new flavor, I order it. That's how much we love it.
Okay.
So this is lemon ginger.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, 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 yum. So the ingredients are organic ginger, organic Tulsi, which is the holy basil, and then East Indian basil, and organic lemongrass.
East Indian basil. I never heard of that before.
Yes.
I've heard of Thai basil. What other basils are there? Not East Indian. Wow.
Yeah, so now we've got something new for both of us. And these are organic leaves. And so what they do is they take the leaf itself to make the blend. And it says the only other ingredients they do is an organic lemon flavor.
Nice. Let's try it now.
Let's see how we doing.
We like the smell.
Yes, I always like to dunk it to wake it up a little bit.
Let's smell it.
Ooh. Now this, you can smell the ginger.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's good. I can taste the lemon, the zesty lemon. The ginger, you can taste the ginger.
Oh, yeah. So if you like ginger, you would love this. This is almost like eating raw ginger.
It's nice. This is very nice. Love
very
it.
Nice.
Good combo.
Yay. All righty then. So we always like to start our chat off talking about our girl Ellen. She's about to wrap up her 19th and final season.
Oh God, can you believe that? It's already,
for
what are we, end of February, nearly March?
Yeah, so she might have maybe a month and a half.
March, April, May. Usually she ends around May, right?
April, May is where we've
right before the summer holidays, right? Summer vacation.
Because then she goes on summer vacation. This year she will be done and done. So Ellen always reminds us to be kind to one another, to listen to one another. There's so much going on in the world right now, and I think we all need to just stop and listen. And for me, I think, because I'm just talking primarily about my environment, a lot of Americans have stopped using their intuition. If someone says the sky is green, they just run off and start saying, "Did you see the green sky?" And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? It's not green, it's blue with white clouds, as always.
Yeah.
So, Ellen says to listen, to be kind, and that's what we want you all to do, to listen and to be kind. So let's get into our chat. Like I said, she's back. Ellen is going, I know she had Usher on Monday. Tyler Perry's going to be on today talking about bringing Madea back.
Madea.
So lots of things are going on. And next week we'll get back into the groove of letting you know of anything that she does that's exceptional. Yesterday was a great day because it was 2/22/22. Or even if you said 2022, it was just all twos. And as exciting as that was, it was a great day for weddings. A lot of people wanted to get married. There were people who were hoping that their baby would be born
Yes.
on that day. And one of the things that they said is that we will not have another 222 again for a century.
Yeah.
So it was a very, very exciting day, and it was also a little sad. As you know, we love Wendy Williams.
Yes, we do.
How you doing? And yesterday, Wendy did a post on Instagram that, right now she just has to focus on her health. I know we had heard that she was a little under the weather and she had this very strange version of COVID and all of that. And she has Crohn's disease, and that's something you have to be very, very careful of. We've seen her where she's fainted on air. And I just think when you see a post from your child that says, I love my mom and I know my mom loves the show, I just want my mom to take care of herself. So Wendy, we love you. And I don't care if it's 1 year, 5 years, when you come back, I will be there. And I know Rosetta will be there with me. We love how you share truth.
And it may not be in that capacity as a talk show host. It could be in a different capacity.
A lot of people have said she might go back to radio.
Yeah.
And if you go back to radio, oh my God, girlfriend, you could be at home resting and talking about people like you used to.
And people will still tune in.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Well, that was sad news,
Yes.
but then we had some great news because
Yes.
we have been talking about Sheri Sheperd.
Yes.
Like we've told you that Wendy has had guest hosts throughout the time she's been absent.
And she will continue
Yes.
to have guest hosts until the show ends in June of this year.
Yes, but we have really enjoyed one lady in particular, and we have said this time and time again, Sheri Sheperd.
Yes.
She is the best,
Yes.
and she is the closest to Wendy Williams
Yes.
that you will get.
And I love how she always says, Wendy Williams, the queen. Thank you, queen, for allowing me to do the show.
Mhm.
Thank you, queen, for allowing me to have this experience. I love her gratitude, and I hope what she shows us is the true Sheri.
Yes, and because of the show, she's probably got a lot of people writing in, calling in,
Yes.
like social media saying Sheri should get her own show. And she announced that she's going to have her own show.
Called
so
Sheri.
Yay! She's called Sheri, and it's
Yes.
and it's going to be in the same time. I can't even
Time slot. Time slot.
same
as
time
Wendy's
slot as
show.
Wendy's. So Wendy's show is coming to an end, but Sheri's going to take over her time slot.
Starting in September.
It's starting in September in the fall, but they wanted to get starting now.
Yes.
And she did do a little speech saying that no way she's taking over Wendy.
Right,
She's not,
right.
because Sheri cannot.
Right. She said nobody.
Nobody, yes.
And I agree with her. There's only one Wendy Williams. I agree.
But Sheri's going to do her thing. And you know what I wish? I
What?
hope that they don't follow the same format as
I-
what Wendy did.
I agree.
Because that means that she is trying to take over. She
Right.
should start her own
Yes.
thing, do
Yes.
her own individual thing,
Yes.
and do a show completely different.
Yes.
Like when Kelly Clarkson came on board,
Yeah.
her talk show was completely different from any talk show out there.
Absolutely.
And that's how she's been able to keep up her ratings, even
Yes.
during pandemic, and keep
Yes.
it going.
and growing.
Yes.
We all know there are haters. Kelly Clarkson had a little situation with Sally Jesse Raphael. And she's the lady who used to wear the red
The
glasses.
red big glasses, yeah.
And, she was like, she's a singer. She's not a talk show host. And I'm like, you know what, girlfriend? You're retired. When you were the woman, you were the woman. Leave this young girl alone, because Kelly's trying to do the right thing. And that's what I love about Sheri. I want Sheri to do Sheri. I love when Sheri talks about her experiences in life. And, like if someone says something related to divorce, she'll say, oh, been there, done that twice. She was talking about there's a couple, and they're like they love each other, and she's like, I understand. Oh, I know, Simone Biles and the young man that they're engaged.
Yes.
So
yes.
Simone is worth $6 million. He's worth $5 million. And she said, listen to Auntie Sheri, get a prenup. She goes, prenups are not just for, making sure you can't get my money. Prenups are in the event anything does happen, you have pre-designated ideas of how you want to
Right,
dissolve.
right.
So I thought that was really cool because she took her own personal experience and shared it about something.
I
So,
like that. I like
yeah,
that.
so I
And,
hope she'll do things like
yeah,
that.
so I'm looking forward to it because I watched her show. Was it yesterday she came on? Yesterday
Yes,
she came on,
yes,
right?
that's when she talked.
And she was, I just like, she's so happy
I
and
know,
just
and I love her
joyful
clothes. I love how she'll say,
Yes.
"Whew, I can't breathe. I'm double spanked today, or I'm triple spanked." And my husband, he's always like, "Wow, 'cause she's a beautiful, curvy woman, and she's got chest." And he'll say, "Whoa," because some of the patterns just accentuate her
Right,
body.
right. It just depends what she's
Yeah,
wearing.
but I love the fact that her and Kim Winfield are besties, and the two of them are Weight Watcher girls. And I mean, I want her to do Sheri. So I'm like you. I'm
Yes,
excited.
we're excited. And Sheri also won an award, right, for her podcast
Yes.
with Kim. Yes. And I forget the award was for lifestyles or something like that.
Right. Yeah,
I
I know it
forget
had
the
something to do with the what they're doing is like two crazy mamas.
Yeah,
because-
yeah. Two funny mamas or something
Yeah.
else like that.
Yeah.
Yes. So good for you, Sheri.
Yes.
Good for you. And it's really sad, but I just want to read you a quick thing of what Wendy Williams had said. And she said, "Excuse me, I'm going back stronger. At 56 years old, there are things that happen to people. I would say things usually start at 40 and they go up from there.
Right. Right.
So you've got to eat the right food. I want to be all I can be and get back to New York and get down with the Wendy Williams show." So that's what she had from her mouth. That's what she said.
That's right.
And I don't know.
And the producers of the Wendy Williams show, even though they said that they were ending the relationship now, that the door is still open for Wendy to come back. I mean, they're not crazy. They know how good she is.
Yeah, so hopefully, we hope, but we understand if she doesn't. That's okay.
Absolutely. So, briefly, we wanted to talk a little bit about the Olympics. They're over. The closing ceremony was amazing.
I recorded it, did not watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I always love when you see beautiful graphics. When someone can take, like how they, during the Summer Olympics, how they took and made the stadium look full when it wasn't.
Right, yes.
So I love graphics like that. And for me, there were two things that, well, number one, Nathan won gold for ice skating.
Yes.
I mean, those quads, oh my God, just think about trying to turn around four times.
And how many times did he do it within his routine?
Yes. I mean, he just nailed that. And then when he came home, he gave his mom his gold medal.
Aww.
And he thanked her for all the times she got up in the morning and took him to practice. A good son. Then there was, what is her name? Oh, Erin Jackson. Now, Erin Jackson, during the pre-quals, she slipped. She did a little thing, which meant that was it. She was out. And her friend decided that she needed to go to the Olympics. So she gave her slot.
Wow.
So not only did she go to the Olympics, she won gold. And it just goes to show you kindness trumps nasty, evil all the time. All the things that go around us, and you sit and you think to yourself, wow, that was nasty. It like I always say, God doesn't work on my timeline, because I would get people immediately, and I might have to back up and say, okay, put life back into them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take you away until I had the facts. God allows the facts to evolve.
Right.
And I mean, those two young ladies are just so sweet and so beautiful. And I mean, speed skating, that was like something new. First Black, I always say Black, I don't say African American. First Black individual to win in the field of speed skating. And then the other thing that I love is the Jamaican bobsled.
Oh, yes.
Because they don't have no slope.
They don't have any.
I know. So I'm like, and I love the movie Cool Runnings when, it's all about when they come to America to, I think it was in LA or where, I think it was in LA.
I think it was LA, yes.
For them to compete in the Winter Olympics. So there's lots of things that happened during the Olympics that were very good and very positive. And then we had a situation where the the young figure skater from Russia, like we talked about last week. They still haven't decided what they're going to do. I'm sorry, doping is doping. You know the rules. If you are caught doing something, using a substance, I mean, and the excuse that they use that she was drinking her
grandfather's drink, who was having whatever kind of medication he had.
But if you have a sip of something, it's not going to stay in your blood system.
Yeah, they already said that it's it's the amount that was in her body.
Yeah.
It just tells you the results, that it is more of a concoction and it is a regimen.
Right.
So there's no way that it could just traces of it and then it will show up.
So let me tell you something. Everyone's preparing for going to France for the Olympics. I guarantee you they're not going to play that game. If you get caught doping, you're out. So I think number one, she's only 15. You did something, you got caught, you go away, you practice, you make sure your diet is clean. I tell people all the time, like if I go to a bar or a restaurant and I get up and I leave, I don't drink that drink anymore. I always get another one, because you just, people do things. And see, back in the day, you would think, oh, that was mean, but people do things now for likes.
Right.
They want you to get out drunk so they can film it.
Yeah, because people will watch it because it's hilarious or because it's mean or rude or something.
So, and I understand, mistakes can happen. It's just that if I was her parents, I would just say, you know what? It was a bad mistake. We got this. Yeah. And I would tell her to graciously support everyone else.
Yep.
And move on. Your turn will come again. Just be
careful.
You'll
just be 19.
Yes.
In the next Olympics, I'll be fine.
Yes. So, we're always talking about, people, good people making not so good decisions. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Lizzo.
Lizzo, yes. Well, Lizzo, do you all know who she is? That famous singer? I don't know. Is she a rap artist? Is that what you call her? Or a singer?
No, she's hip hop.
More hip hop. She's not rap. She's more hip hop. Well, Lizzo is gonna go on tour, and she's looking for big ladies to support her, to be her backup. Yeah. Now, that's great. I'll give her a round of applause for that part. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Great, because we need people of all sizes. Why does everyone have to be skinny mini, right? To be on there.
Thank you.
Here comes the part which I don't like, is the fact that the way that Lizzo portrays herself and the way she's probably going to portray these ladies behind her. They're shaking their butts, and you know how Lizzo is. She's very out there. She likes to flaunt her body.
She likes very sheer clothing, and she's a curvy girl. And as a curvy girl, I can tell you, I couldn't. I understand, I got, little pinches here and pinches there. I'm not going to wear something sheer where you can see all my pinches.
Right. So my thing is, she's going to have all these women, big women, that's fine. But how is she going to make them dance? Is she going to make them dance all provocatively? Just to show that bigger women can do this? That's what she's saying. Bigger women can do exactly what smaller women can do. So they're still going to be out there doing those flaunty, whatever dances.
Well, remember... back in the day, there was an award show. I think it was the Grammys, and Monique, before she got slammed and sent bye-bye, Monique was the
MC,
the host, and all the single ladies.
Yeah.
Okay. So they did a rendition of Beyonce's song, and Monique is a thick, curvy girl. And it was all thick, curvy girls, and they showed they can drop it just like a skinny girl can.
Right.
Mary J. at the Super Bowl, I was so proud of her. Her girls had on clothes.
Yes.
They had on clothes.
Did.
They had like a little skin here and a little skin there, but they were dressed, She's up top. Right underneath her is 50 Cent. His girls are half naked, butts all up in the air and all. I'm like, ugh.
That's the thing. That's why it's Lizzo, you're doing a great thing by hiring these big curvy women.
Yeah.
But do you really, let's just see how she does it, because I'm not a big fan of, great, you're sending really great messages that curvy women can do just as much as regular, normal women, right? Who are not as curvy. But if you're going to flaunt them, women with the butts out, and they have to do the whatever, the butt shake and
Yes.
whatever they do, get down and do
It's
the.
called cronking.
It's called, what is, yeah, it's
Yes.
called, can you, twerking.
Twerking.
That's what
See,
it's
that
called.
just goes to show you, I'm so over it, I don't even remember. Cronking is something completely different.
Wonderful. I don't even know.
Yes.
Twerking. Twerking is what?
Yes.
So that, I want her to be, you know what I really want, because me and Gloria always talk about this.
Yeah.
Be a good example for the
Yes.
younger kids, the younger generations.
Yes.
And they will follow. It starts when you're young. You're so impressionable when you're
Yes.
younger. And they will follow. That's why we have
Yes.
so much issues with the young kids now with their bodies.
Yes.
And that's just,
Yeah.
I want to go on to something else that
Yeah.
follows this Lizzo thing, is this whole thing with Courtney Cox.
Yes. I mean, so Courtney Cox was they were talking about her on the Today Show. And one of the things that they had said is when you morph yourself too much, when is enough enough?
Right.
And so one of the commentators said, when your friends tell you. So if I had a girlfriend and say she was, doing fillers, she doesn't like wrinkles or lines. But if we're sitting there and we're, having a joke and she goes, and I go, what's wrong with your face? Your face doesn't move. What are you doing? So, that was kind of the conversation. And I learned a lot from Courtney, because Courtney said that when you start doing fillers, it's not about doing the filler back to what it was at the original. So like, say you have a little line, I'll use Queen Latifah. She has she was in an accident.
Okay,
so
scar
she has a scar,
yeah.
okay? So say Queen has that scar and she fills it in.
Right.
And then when she goes back the next time, it's not just to fill the scar in, it's to get her face to look like it did the last time.
Right.
And that's what Courtney says, that's when you get into trouble. You're not doing it to go back to what you started. You're trying to make each filler, injection, whatever,
better than it was the last time.
Yes.
Right.
You're trying to improve on that instead of trying to go back to why you initially started it.
Right. So she said that they showed a picture somewhere. What show was it of her? Oh, it was Sheri. Sheri showed it.
Yes.
On the Wendy Williams show.
Yes.
Before she'd done any work, she looked amazing. Obviously, she was younger and she had probably more collagen and,
Right.
make her face plump. So she looked great. Then it showed her when she had the fillers. She looked a bit weird. She did.
Right.
I must say, she looked a bit like aged, I thought.
Right.
And then because after the fillers leave your body and stuff, you go
Right.
back to normal, right? I think she looked really good.
Right. And I agree with, even Sheri. She was like, if it's not broke, don't mess
So
with it.
this is the whole thing, everyone. We talk about this a lot. Social media has so much to do with this, because you're seeing all the celebrities. Even celebrities, why do they do it?
Yeah.
Because they see other celebrities. They've got to keep up with the Joneses.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then they keep going and going and going until their face looks completely different.
I know. I.e. Khloe Kardashian.
Oh my goodness.
She, and my thing is, I always figured at a certain point they would slow down.
Right.
I'm not seeing the slowdown. Somebody just posted a picture and I thought, oh my God, she looks even less like herself.
I couldn't even recognize her. I was like, you could kind of tell it was her.
Yeah.
But if she keeps going and does more, she's going to be a different person.
And she's got that cute little baby who's crawling all over her. And the reason that the baby looks so much like Tristan is because Tristan's features are the same. Khloe's, you're like, well, what did she look like when she was pregnant with the baby? I mean, how far back do you go?
Right.
And, this is just off the cuff. Lamar Odom is on Celebrity Big Brother. And Lamar was talking about Khloe.
Yeah.
And he said that was one of the worst things he ever did. And if he would ever be given another chance, he would love to just see her, to sit down and talk to her. And you see the sincerity, because being in Big Brother, you can't drink. And he talked about his sobriety and some of the things. They showed a picture, that's why all this comes together, of him and Khloe. She don't look nothing like that. She's got the dark brown hair like him.
Yeah,
she's got
dark brown hair.
She's curvy.
She's a bit curvy, yes.
Yes,
exactly.
But she's beautiful.
Yeah, I think
naturally beautiful.
I think that Chloe, she works out.
Yeah.
So she's like, yes, props to her for that
Yes.
that good looking figure she has.
Absolutely.
But with that comes the fact that now she wants to alter her face.
Yeah.
And she wants to do all kinds of things. And is it her natural curvy looks with the big butt, or did she have implants? Because I'm pretty sure I don't understand why she's trying to copy Kim.
Right.
The skinny waist and the big old butt. And no one is born like
Yeah.
that with such massive butt like that.
Thank you. And, Kim, wearing that corset, I have lots of friends in the medical industry, and they're like, you can't just keep squishing your organs like that.
No.
You just don't know what's going to happen.
So, yeah, exactly what she said. And again, I'm going to reiterate because this is very, very important. Parents, please, it's so important. That's why social media, we will love it and we hate it.
Yeah.
Because girls are so impressionable, and they are looking to these celebrities and they want to look like them, and that's why they're having all these mental issues.
Exactly.
Because they can't look like them, they can't be like them, they don't have the money to do all the surgeries.
Right.
And then kids are teasing them because they don't look normal, whatever normal is.
Yeah. And I'm just very grateful that when I was younger, there were things that my family didn't want for me, and they'd say, well, we want you to eat your vegetables, and we want you to do this, we want you to exercise and all that. And I was like, whatever. They never made me feel like I would be abolished because I didn't do it. Children today are feeling so bad. Rosetta and I, we've been, looking around and just kind of keeping a pulse on mental health. And, since we're talking about the Kardashians, we might as well just, keep it going and talk about Kim and Kanye. I really, really feel for him. I think it's really sad. And I know he has mental situations, and he's on medication. And when he comes off his medication, he can have these outbursts. The sad thing is that how do you tell me you love me and then you let me go out and act a fool in public?
Right. And I think that he's doing so much damage to himself by just having these outbursts on Instagram and whatever social media.
At his concerts.
Yeah, having all these outbursts. And I can't believe that not one of the Kardashians have actually stopped and said, we need to get him help, real help.
Yeah.
And I tell you, it should come from Kris Jenner. That's what I'm saying.
She's mom. She's the big mom. And, apparently Kanye, or he's known now as Ye, can't even do the con anymore, just Ye.
Just Ye.
Ye is fighting with Corey, Chris's man.
Oh, God.
So I'm like, okay, so he's fighting with him. There was a birthday party for his daughter, and he lives across the street from Kim now. And, he made a big old ruckus about how his children are being held hostage in the house. And I mean, it's like, I understand that it's sad when you're in a relationship and it breaks up. When I was younger, I had one relationship, and when it broke up, I remember I told my dad, I said, I'm going, if I go to jail, I'm just going to jail, because he's not going to step on my heart like this. So we all have those emotions. My father was like, don't make me hurt you. And I was like, Daddy, he hurt me. I just don't think Kanye, after his mom died, I don't think he
hasn't been right.
Total unconditional love. For someone to say to him, look, dude, I don't care if you pay me. You are being an ass. You need to go home and sit down.
Well, I think that what we need to really address is his mental illness. He needs to address that. And what I don't like is the fact that they're not doing anything about this, the Kardashians. They're actually profiting from this.
Yeah, more
gaining
likes,
from
more
this.
hits.
Yes.
More money.
Yeah, they're just leaving him be to do what he wants to do. Someone should say something, step in and get him treatment. And I don't know who that's going to be. Because someone has to be big enough to step up.
I understand that, opposites attract. And I look at this whole thing with, Kim and Pete. And Kim Kardashian, I heard someone say last week, I was out somewhere just picking up something in a store. And, we were all masked up. But the lady, she said to her friend, they were looking at the magazines, at the checkout.
Yeah.
And she said, This girl could have anybody she wants. Why is it Pete? And her friend said to her, because Pete just, her using Pete is just like pouring gas on Kanye's heart. And I thought, wow, I hope that's not true.
I think that I have my reasons why I think she's not using him,
they
but she's
pretended
together.
that it was because he's well endowed.
No, well, I think because she's sick of this whole thing with all these celebrities and dating someone
right
at her level.
Right.
I think she wants someone that's down to earth, real, and
right.
gonna love her for who she is, not because she's a celebrity.
Right.
I think she just wants a change.
Yeah.
And we'll see if this lasts.
And
we don't know.
with her being, she passed the mini bar, so this whole thing could evolve, and because most of the time when we see couples who are married, the star is married to a lawyer or to a gardener. It's hard to have competing lifestyles and jobs.
Yeah, it's hard to have someone that big
famous.
of a celebrity to be matched with someone of another big celebrity like Ye.
Yeah.
So that's
because ego to ego.
Yeah.
I just think Chris, you have shown us that you're an amazing woman. If there's anything you can do to help Kanye to get on the proper meds to regulate.
Or to get him some kind of like holistic treatment.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
Because he needs it. But on the flip side, she may not be doing it because probably Kim is saying, this is not your deal.
That's
this
right.
has nothing to do with
you need to stay out of it.
You need to stay out of it. It's got to do with him. He needs to be the one to. But when you're in that situation, you're never going to admit to it. You can't. Because you're in and out of those meds. When you have them, you're good. When you don't have them, you're not good.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens. And if you want to keep this dialogue going and what your thoughts are, please comment below, because we'd love to keep this whole thing going.
Because
and what you think.
Not just at the high level of stars, also, as women, as moms, how do we empower our children to be able to feel comfortable to talk to us about anything,
to come to us without feeling like we're going to judge them or get mad with them.
Yeah, because like we were saying, it's for us, it's cold here, and back east, minus 13, minus 23 degrees. There are spots that you're like, woohoo, I don't want to come visit you now. So there's a lot of that going on. I think that the millennial generation somehow got more into the money than they did into taking care of Mother Earth.
Right.
And the Gen X is more like, I don't care about the money. If there's no planet here, who cares?
Right.
So they're more into that. And I think we have to nurture and do things to help Mother Earth, because we have to get our children back into the space of honoring and respecting each other. I don't care about likes. I don't care about clicks. I care, are you a good person?
Oh, you just said it. She said it all in one. There you go, wrapped it up in a little bundle. And what we've been saying, it's all about, are you a good person? That's what it boils down to. Am I actually teaching my children to become good, kind human citizens? That's what it's all about.
Yes, very true. So for Black History Month, this week we are going to highlight 3 amazing women. They were featured in a movie, Hidden Figures. Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson, and Katherine Johnson. I love that movie because, number one, when I was younger, I loved math and everybody thought I was weird. And I think now if I had had people around, I might have been, I don't know,
doing
a space evolutionary kid or something.
Yeah.
I love me some Star Wars and Star Treks. So just briefly, Katherine Johnson was a mathematician. She calculated the flight path for Alan Shepard, the first American in space, and later she checked critical flight path calculations for Apollo 13. Mary Jackson was NASA's first Black female engineer, and I loved her character in the movie. And Dorothy Vaughan taught herself Fortran, which, let me tell you, I tried to learn that back in the day. That was not easy. and became part of NASA's Analysis and Computation Division. They had this big, huge computer. It was an IBM computer.
Yes.
And it's in the room. And back in the day, IBM had these cards, these index, well, they're a little bit bigger than index cards, but they're these little cards. And when you would feed them into the machine, they would punch holes. And then from there, you could take that information and load it into a database and, manipulate it. And they couldn't get the machine to do anything. So these guys come in the movie, and she's in there and she goes, "Come on, girl, let's do this." And the machine is working. And so the guy, he goes, "You can't be in here." And his other friend, he goes, "The machine's running." And he goes, "Who are you?" And, and she says her name, Dorothy Vaughan. And I just love that. I want our young girls to look at people like her, these three women, to look at Erin, speed skating, to step out of the box in a positive manner. So that's our Black History Month for today. So now, Rosetta and I both love movies. Love movies. So one of the things is I was looking for something to watch over the weekend, and I came across this movie called Mr. Church. And Mr. Church is a movie starring Eddie Murphy. And it's a movie about a single mom that is raising her daughter, and she had a relationship with a gentleman, and this gentleman hires Mr. Church, Eddie Murphy, to take care of the mom and her daughter. And, Eddie Murphy is all about laughing, laughing. This movie, it's not laughing. This movie was heavy, and it was so good. And I'm like, I think it came out like in either 2012.
Oh, now
something.
I want to watch it. Mr. Church. I've never heard of it.
Yes, and I think it was like on just
regular channel.
Yeah.
Wasn't any cable.
No, nothing
special.
big.
Yeah.
The thing is, he should have won an Oscar for this. That's how good he was.
Okay, I'm gonna try and look for it and see if I can.
And
watch
then she'll
it.
share what she thinks.
Yeah.
All right. This weekend, NBA All-Star and Dunk Contest. We're just doing this to make sure we keep, we like to give a little information for the guys since football season's over. My husband loves the dunk, the slam dunk contest. That's his thing. And I used to watch it back in the day. Michael Jordan, And so when I'm watching slam dunks, I'm expecting them to do something.
Yes, to do something
spectacular.
Out of the ordinary.
Spectacular.
Right, it's spectacular.
And I have to say, they gave them 3 chances, and at one point somebody had been trying to do it for 10 minutes. Someone had been doing it.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name. He was a young kid that was doing it.
And I was like, that's just too
That's
long.
enough. Too many tries. After 3, I think, because... Okay, I think the reason why they gave him so many chances was because there was a few of the times he did it was like a faulty something.
Right.
And that's why they said, okay, you can do it again.
He almost flipped on the floor, and so they came and they cleaned up the floor. Compared to what we used to see, and even if you watch some of the old recaps of basketball in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Michael Jordan was flying. He was just so graceful. And I think they were so busy trying to slam it that they forgot to make sure they got it inside the net.
I know, they were trying too hard. And then one of the guys got someone to, I guess, do something with the ball, flip it up or something. He wasn't very good either at doing it. So that kind of messed him up.
Yeah. So, guys, comment below. Let us know what you thought. Did you enjoy it, or did you think, not this year?
I like the throw shoot, the shots. Yes. Those were good.
Yes.
Just a stand up.
Reminds me, I have a Wii, and I used to do that where you go around with the baskets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a game on the Wii, and where you have like 8 balls, and you go to 4 different, Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh, you're saying the Wii. I'm like, oh, my God. We used to have the Wii.
Yes,
what happened to that?
I don't know. I used to do the Wii. We used to Jaws. We played tennis, golf, all that. So when I saw that part, I was like, where's my Wii?
I know. Now she's saying, I'm like, we had a Wii. What happened to our Wii?
Yes, because I love shooting basketball. We'll let you know with our Wii when we find them.
Do you have a Wii? Did you have a Wii?
Yes. Okay, since COVID started, there's been lots of people who are, more homebound. We're cooking more. So, People are throwing scraps and things like that away. Well, in Tahoe, there's a beautiful 500-pound black bear. His name is Hank the Tank. So Hank the Tank and some of the black bears up in the hills of Tahoe, they get hungry. So they go down into the communities. Now, we went up the mountain to them where they live, but they come down and they've destroyed, or damaged 37 homes. Yeah, a lot of homes. So Hank the Tank is the current mission for them right now. The citizens want him captured and euthanized.
Oh,
I think that's sad. So yesterday on KGO News Talk 8:10 a.m. in the Bay Area, they were talking about it, and the commentator, she was like, why do we have to kill the bear? So even people in the community, because what normally, if you are in an area like that, they have these special trash cans where you can lock them.
right.
Okay?
Yes.
The HOA, they don't like it. So they won't allow the citizens to have those kind of bear locking trash cans. So they're able to flip them, put the food out everywhere, which I think is ridiculous. So they found 5 locations where the people are like, you can send us the bear. They could take the bear and relocate it to a different place to try and save the bear's life. The thing is some of the people in charge are playing the hardball. No, we're just going to kill it.
So why do these other communities want the bear in their location?
Because they're like forests. They can move it to a place where there are no humans.
Okay, so we'll be in a place where yeah, you're right. Okay,
yeah,
so
but the thing is, when you move Hank there, can Hank survive? Has Hank gotten so used to going from house to house to trash can, does Hank now know how they're supposed to eat, and then they're supposed to sleep? Can Hank survive doing that?
We don't know.
Yeah. So I just think it's interesting that the first instinct of the government was to kill the bear. Even though the fact that the people, if you were down on the ground, the bear's not going to come down there.
So why wouldn't they think of some other solution besides just killing?
Exactly.
Why can't they do that?
Exactly. That's the whole point is, because even here in the Bay Area, we got lions,
Yeah, we have
around.
Mountain lions.
We have mountain lions, and people are like, oh, and I'm like, nothing. You knew what you were getting into when you went up there.
Yeah.
Everything can't just be about the human. We have to collaborate and coexist.
Because when we go up to the mountains, we're intruding in their territory.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, tell us, what do you think? Comment below, because, I don't think they should be looking at how to euthanize Hank. I think they should be working with these organizations who are saying, we will take Hank, let's relocate Hank higher. They can pick him up and put him on a helicopter and take him up higher.
Yeah.
But, it's cold up there. And is there any food up there?
Right.
Once again, with this global warming, everybody seems to think that, it's not that bad. Ask the people on the East Coast today, how bad is it? And then, so we're kind of nippy. This morning in New York, they were like T-shirts, 75, 80 degrees. The world is very strange when it comes to weather.
Well, we always say it's global warming, and nobody believes us.
I know, they think we're just talking cray-cray. Sad to say, neither one of us, we're not really into The Bachelor anymore, so we're not watching it. And the people who are watching it to give us some updates, unfortunately, they were like, it's just too boring. I cannot believe that the producers of The Bachelor, think that this is good TV. It is. And I mean, I like Jesse. I think Jesse is a great ex-football player. I love Jesse on Good Morning America. Him and Strahan were just really, really cool together. Jesse is not the right host for this show.
He's not, and that's one of the reasons why I'm not watching it. And the second reason I'm not enjoying Colton.
Yeah.
He seemed good going into it, and I loved him in Michelle's season.
Yeah.
But now he has his own,
I don't know what he's doing.
He's too desperate. He just seems very desperate, not thinking straight.
I mean, he's I don't even know what he's listening to. He can't be listening to his brain, because the person in front of him, you should be able to tell if Shanae.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It took that long for him to get rid of Shanae.
And then when he got rid of her, she was like, bah, 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 bah. And then she started doing the tour, and every show she gets, she calls him, very derogatory terms. And I'm like, okay, that just makes you look bad.
Yeah.
And then he has this situation where there's some young girl, I think her name's Sarah. And Sarah's the one that's 23. She thinks she's got him. So she's working him like, she told the rest of the girls, y'all can go home. I'm like, really? And we all know the final 3, he sleeps with them. At least 2 of them he sleeps with. So, come on,
That's why we haven't been watching it. So there's no update this week.
That's right. So we can.
No one's cared for it. Even the person that's meant to be telling her things has not been watching it.
So, if you've watched it and you have something to share, please comment below. We'd love to see it.
Other than that, we're not that interested.
No, we can't wait for it. The only thing that I will watch is the Girls Tell All.
Oh yeah, I'll watch the Girls Tell All.
I can't wait for them to talk to Shanae about her behavior, even though we know she don't care. If you were the Bachelorette, don't you think you would watch?
Right.
So you would know.
Right.
He didn't even watch.
Yeah, we don't know.
So, here in the Bay Area, it is cold, and even though I'm in Santa Clara County right now, that's where we're at. You still are supposed to wear your mask when you're indoors. I still wear my mask outdoors because it's cold outside. It's amazing how that mask keeps my face warm. I have also come to realize that mask, I usually have allergies when the trees start blooming. Oh my God, I'm snorkel girl. Nothing. And the only thing that's different is the mask. My husband, he's like, well, I wonder if there's allergy in the vaccine. And I said, no, they would have told us.
No, it's just the mask.
It's the mask.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm, I think we're a little bit like 3.67% right now is the hospitalization rate. So it's definitely going down. It dropped the week before like 67%. So I'm hopeful, yet I'm cautious that masks are, gone for good, because as Rosetta and I have shared with you all many times, we know that there are things that people tell us the truth, and then there are people that just don't tell the truth.
And we'll see, because California, apart from Santa Clara County, have lifted that mask mandate indoors.
Yes.
And we know that from past experience, when they've done that, the surge has gone back up.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens this time around, because it's a different variant. It's Omicron, and they're thinking it's here to stay. And a lot of people have already been infected with it. So this is different this time around. And I'm going to wait and see. But like Gloria, I'm keeping my mask on.
Yes.
And I do like it outside as well, because it's keeping me warm right now.
I know, it keeps my face warm, so I'm not complaining. Wow, another wonderful chat. Ellen always reminds us at the conclusion of her shows, she feels the love in the room. She sends it back out. She tells the audience to go out and share it with the world. Rosetta and I, we are so grateful and so blessed to share time with you. We feel the love. We thank you very, very much for just checking us out and sharing us with your family and friends, and letting them know, these girls are authentic, because we are.
We are, and we love it. If you liked this video, please hit the thumb icon. We would love your support. We say this every single chat, but we would love it. Please hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
We really would love the support.
Yes.
And hit the bell notification. That means you don't miss any of our videos. We would love that. And we are Silicon Valley girls. Chat over tea. And remember to always keep smiling. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next time.